What is going on, everybody? It's Alex coming back here with another video, and today it is time for round two. Now, I've seen the initial comments. The video just dropped not too long ago, about 30 minutes ago. So for you guys having initial pushback, which haven't seen any, I apologize, but I've not seen it. So feel free, still drop your comments, criticisms down below, because we modify this every week. We have some fun. So if you guys are brand new to the series, like, comment, subscribe, you know what to do. And again, this is round two. We did round one yesterday. So feel free to watch the full series because we also have round three coming tomorrow. So let's have some fun, all right? Number 33, Jacksonville Jaguars. This is an excellent spot to go multiple routes. You know, you could 100% go after a strong safety like Jaquan Brisker, or if you want to give up Andre Cisco that quickly, which I don't know if Andre Cisco is going to be that good, sue me, Jalen Catalon. You could even go Tykee Smith to be a slot corner / safety, but I'm pretty sure you got Rashawn Jenkins for that. That's an interesting spot because there's three really high-end safeties right there, right? But you can go the edge route. You can go Maijai Sanders. You can go Zach Harrison, who's going to be a little bit more of that like 3-4 defensive end territory rather than an actual edge bender. So it's just what do you guys want? You know, you can go after Drake Jackson. He's actually younger than me, which is surprising. Maijai is Maijai. It's a weird spot because I think that both options would be perfectly fine. I really do. I think that going after a safety would be a good idea. You look at Jalen Catalon, but I'm going to have faith in Andre Cisco. I think the value of edge in this class is actually pretty damn good. Maijai Sanders is the best edge on the board, but Drake Jackson as well. We've shown that K'Lavon Chaisson is the type of schematic type that we're looking for. I'm not going to give up on him yet. So Drake Jackson, if this were 1 year extra and K'Lavon Chaisson still hasn't shown much, then we'd be taking him. But we're going to go Maijai Sanders here, get some extra edge help on this squad. You can't ever complain about extra edge rotation, especially when you get to steal a first-round talent at the beginning of the second. Number 34, you got the Bills on the board, and we traded back for a reason because I think this man is the most underrated player in the entire draft. Breece Hall, consensus running back one from the analyst that I know out of Iowa State. This dude is able to carry a team that is crap. That is unique because not many of these running backs, even coming out next year, are carrying a crap team. The Iowa State's offensive line, it's not really bueno. Brock Purdy ain't doing too hot either. He's not going to be carrying the team. Breece Hall is a Heisman contender who is carrying his team at running back. I think that value is undeniable. I think he is a true 3-down bell cow back. Now, you can use him in rotation like you would here, but I think that this is the right move. I don't think Devin Singletary is worth giving a second contract. Zach Moss is an excellent gadget back. It will allow to take some extra reps off Breece Hall, save some mileage down the road, but I think that's the right move. We got some extra picks, not much. I think we got like a 6th-round pick from the Lions, but I think it's worth it. This class is not good in the running back room. I'm saying like Eric Gray is within like my top 5. That's not good. That's not good. And that's no disrespect to Eric Gray, but I'm just saying that's how the class is. Kenneth Walker looks really good, by the way. I just watched him a little bit last night. He definitely moved up my rankings. But number 35, you got the Texans on the board. And Texans, I still might go Desmond Ridder here. We could look at Ed. Could go Zach Harrison or Drake Jackson here. That's certainly something I'm looking at doing. Corner, you still have Mikael Wright on the board as well. I just think quarterback is the best move. Desmond Ridder is kind of that dude. So we're going to get him, Desmond Ridder, to the Texans. Have fun. It happened last draft as well, but I think it's just the right move. It's just the right move. At number 36, you got the Jets on the board. And the Jets, it's like, do you want a dude to be more of, like, I don't think it's Drake, I was about to say Zach Jackson. Drake Jackson fits as well as Zach Harrison. It's kind of tough to not go with Zach Harrison here. You look at him, he is around 270. I think he actually lost a little bit of weight. I think he was around 280 last year. But, I mean, I want to look at the tackles, see if there's something here. You know, right tackle is something I would be looking for. I'm pretty sure that – I'm trying to remember. Who was the right tackle? Did we already take one? Because I'm, like, bugging out. I remember there was a right tackle that I used to take. I don't think Trevor Penny's a right tackle. He's a left. But I'm pretty sure there's one right tackle in this class, and I just don't know why I'm not seeing him. Because Nicholas Petit-Frere might be the right tackle. Yeah, he is. Okay. Because I remember Thayer Munford was the left. Regardless, that's somebody who we could take here. Because I don't know how long Morgan Moses is going to last. Granted, Fant's actually doing a good job stepping in for Becton, so cheers to him. But I think the best value is at edge right now. Zach Harrison, there's no disrespect to Drake Jackson here. I just think Zach Harrison fits better. He has a lot of upside at his size as well. It feels like a guy that Robert Saleh would be into. So let's get him right there. Eat it up. New York Giants, we already got an edge presence for you guys. We got DeMarvin Leal, and then we also got Darian Kennard. I'm really happy with how the draft's turned out so far. And now we're getting a linebacker as well. We want one that can cover. Christian Harris is the most upside, but I think Brandon Smith is the dude that teams are going to be really high on. He has like that 4.3 speed. He might be, did it say 4.37? 4.38. So like high school prospect 4.38, which means that he probably is around like 4.4, 4.45. That's still really good and worth taking at this spot. Pretty damn good in coverage. You got your run stuffer, so to speak, in Alexander there. Get yourself a really damn good potential linebacker right there. Even though I don't think he might be as good as the other dudes, when I saw how Christian Harris and Henry Teoto played, that kind of worried me when I was like, dude, these guys look a bit lost on the field. The Giants have a really damn good defense, and now it's even better, but they need an impact player. They need someone who can cover really well. They need someone who just has that upside, but can actually impact year one. I don't know if those two guys can do it. Devin Lloyd is that all-around dude. I'm not a huge fan of dudes that are old. Speaking of, I don't know what we were speaking of. I was like looking for a transition right there. Drake Jackson is this pick. I was just like thinking like, dude, I was speaking about how we can get an edge in second round for him. Drake Jackson, that's an instant steal. Now all the edges are off the board, but that is how good this edge class is. Also, how little value there are at other positions plays a bit of a factor into that. Number 39, we got the Dolphins back on the board, and I think this is a perfect spot to take a shot on a linebacker like Devin Lloyd, who is older, but you have a team that is ready to compete, that you need maybe a quarterback or two. I would 100% consider taking Carson Strong here. Dead ass. I would take Carson Strong here. It's something that I think it might be worth it. Spencer Rattler is not going to be taken in this class just because I think he is going to transfer. That's the feeling I get. He's not going to come out. His draft stock's fallen from number 1 overall to like a 3rd round pick. That's not good. Legitimately, I would consider Carson Strong. I'm pretty sure I'm going to go back to Washington with Carson Strong. That's the way it always falls. But running back and linebacker are huge. I just don't think the running back value without Breece Hall on the board is just worth it at this point. I'm getting Devin Lloyd here, a true 3-down backer on a defense that kind of needs it. They trade for Bernard McKinney and then cut him. They showed their cards with wanting to trade even away one of their top edge rushers. That means that they have a need. Devin Lloyd is somebody, even if he's going to be 23, 24 years old, he's coming into a defense that is ready to compete. Now you slide in a quarterback there. Now you're ready. So Devin Lloyd right there. Again, I'd be considering taking a guy like Carson Strong just for fun, but we aren't at that point. Also, I'm kind of intrigued because I didn't realize Philly had because I thought they traded away their own 2nd round pick, but if I'm not mistaken, they apparently had 2. So because they got the Colts 1st round pick there. Regardless, you got the Eagles on the board, and this is a perfect spot to take a safety. Now you can go Jalen Catalon or Jaquan Brisker. Both are absolute studs. Huge fan of both dudes here. Jalen Catalon's a 1st round prospect for me. I'm just trying to find a team that's looking for a true free safety. And teams that have had bigger needs on the board. It's a tough one because Jaquan Brisker does feel like an Eagle. Like he really does feel like somebody he's gonna thump. He's gonna be that Anthony Harris replacement that you're looking for. I really hate it because y'all know Jalen Catalon is my safety too. Yet he's being taken at safety 4 or safety 5. Yeah, Jaquan Brisker just feels like an Eagle though. Like you guys can see that. I hope you guys can see that. He's just an absolute freaking monster on the field. Very dangerous. He's very rangy. Extremely high upside. I'll take it. Jalen Catalon needs to be taken soon though. Number 41, you got the Bengals. Bengals, y'all got to get a tackle here. I think a right tackle could certainly be something we're on the board for. Oh man, can you imagine Daniel Faalele on this squad? This is a tough one because I would legit consider taking Nicholas Petit-Frere here. it's just kind of, it's like, do I really want to get Nicholas at this spot? Which is actually quite funny that the Bengals are in front of the Steelers right now, because usually that's not the case. So given that we already fixed the interior of the offensive line, this is a tough one for me. I think we're gonna go Ferrari. It kind of sucks because I'm taking him away from my Steelers, but you need a right tackle. You guys need a right tackle. And Petit-Frere is a really damn good prospect. He's young, he's athletic, so let's get him. He's been very consistent PFF wise, and I think he'd be a very good addition to the squad. The only true right tackle on the board right now. All the rest are lefts. Looking at the Bears, we need an offensive tackle. It happens every single draft. I think it's going to continue. Daniel Faalele just fits perfectly what the Bears are looking for. Big ass dude, extremely athletic, has some technical difficulties. I think that's just the perfect fit. Legitimately, I think that's a perfect fit. Hate taking him again. I hate taking him away from my Steelers, but that's just the way it works. 42. Honestly, do y'all need a quarterback as much as Jalen Catalon? I know you guys probably were saying absolutely fucking yes, but that's an interesting one. I think the team is just that good to where you kind of need to take them anyways. I'm sorry guys, this has been pretty boring past 3 drafts. I think I'm taking Carson Strong in the second. That's just the way the cookie crumbles. It's the best value, and it's the only team so far that really is looking for a quarterback. Maybe in the future I'll be looking at the Dolphins. I'll look at Tua in these next coming games, and then we'll see if Carson Strong might be a good second round fit for him. But Carson Strong, again, he has that upside, really good prospect. Again, now your offensive line is going to be fully loaded as well. Don't really think there's much to complain about. It's just, again, I really wish I was doing a bit more for you guys. I don't force this pick. It's just he falls to this point, and I can't get around it. Number 44, you got these Steelers on the board, and I would look at a corner here. Mikael Wright might be the exact move I'm looking at, but it's tough not to go a guy like Jackson Kirk. Well, we like dudes who are a bit bigger, even though Jackson Kirkland doesn't like have that bad of a height to weight ratio. I mean, I'm surprised Charles Cross is 305. Like he looks a bit lighter than that, to be fair. I would look at Zion Nelson here though. He's gonna be a more mobile quarterback. Now that we have Matt Corral, we're gonna be moving him to right tackle. But I don't know if that's a terrible idea. Because right now I'm looking at it and it's like, dude, the next team, like we're looking at teams that actually want to take a tackle. We're going to take him. We're going to take Zion Nelson here out of Miami. He was very similar to Charles Cross. I just think Charles Cross didn't take the development step I wanted him to. Zion Nelson is just, it feels like a Steelers pick. He's a bit bigger. Again, I do like looking at that weight, 6'5", 316 compared to 6'5", 305. It just feels right. Number 45, you got the Raiders on the board. I think this is a good spot to trade back. The second round feels like there's a lot of dudes on the board that are perfect for teams to like just select at their spot. The Jalen Catalon's on the board. The team needs to move up and take him. Like, it's ridiculous at this point. I'm looking right now actually at the Jets as a good team to move up for him because, again, I think that Marcus May is not going to be there. Jaquan is on the board too. Holy shit. How is he still on the board? That's just the way it rolls, guys. There's guys who fall randomly. So it just like, whoa, ayo, what the hell? I think that this could be a good spot to trade back with the Jets. But trying to see other teams that might want to move up for some high-end dudes. Again, you still have some really good linebackers on the board. But to be fair, I don't think I want to trade past the number 50 spot because of the fact that I'm probably going to want to get a linebacker for the Raiders. I think that'd be the right move. So we're going to trade up with the Jets. I think the Jets making another micro trade up isn't that bad in all actuality. And you're going to get Jalen Catalon here. Do you need to? Like, people always ask me, like, why are you trading up if the team in front of them is not going to take it? It's because other teams are going to be wanting to move up into that same spot. Like, this is just like, we're going to give a 2022 6th-round pick. That is surprising, to say the least, that it is not, like, accepted just because of that. Look at this. A 5th-round pick is likely for that. So we'll do it. We'll send a 5th-round pick through. Why not? Also, the Raiders do have some depth pieces that it could be adding to the squad. I think going to safety like Jalen Catalon is something that I would be a huge fan of. You got 2 high-end corners. You're fixing the secondary really well right now. It's just this offensive line class is not that great. Speaking of offensive line, this is a team that is desperate for offensive help. It's not good. I think Charles Cross, Jackson Kirkland might be your best options. I think you go with the upside pick though. I think you go Jackson Kirkland. He just fell. He doesn't have that good of an anchor. But if we're gonna say Jackson Kirkland doesn't have an anchor, we cannot say Charles Cross is going to be taken above him, because Charles Cross is even worse, has even worse of an anchor. So he has some really good technical skills. It's just tough to say, hey, I really want to select you when you can't. I mean, you can't withstand power, yeah, but Jackson Kirkland's a high-end prospect. Could be the guard prospect for this class that moves into guard, but I think that you take a shot. It's better than what you have in Julian Davenport. So let's see how Jackson Kirkland pans out. Number 47, we're back on the board, and I think this is a perfect spot to take Christian Harris to the Raiders. It's a good fit. I just don't think the linebackers are doing too hot there anyways, so it's a team where you can step in and actually try to do something and not be a complete fool. So if he's able to deal with having to have some setbacks, I think that that's going to be proving the best in the long run. 48, you got the Seahawks on the board, and checking out to see if there's any more edges. Brenton Cox actually seems like an Eagle. He really does. But we're going to get McHale right here. He's not going to slip any further because, again, there's a team right here, the Patriots, that would be wanting to scoop him up. McHale Wright, that's a really good steal. Definitely knows how to stick to people in coverage. Really damn high talented player. Consider taking him for the Steelers, but that's just the way the cookie crumbled. Again, that's just the way it rolls. Number 49, you got the Patriots on the board. Patriots, they don't really need anything. So I usually try to go for somebody who is extremely highly talented that, you could make some upside from. That could be Jaleel Billingsley that you use in the slot, but this is a team that doesn't really need that. Looking at it, I'm pretty sure we didn't get a true X receiver. It wouldn't be a terrible idea to go receiver in this class. Corner, again, is an issue, but we just haven't been able to address it. George Pickens out of Georgia, I think, is the right move. I think that it's the upside move that you guys would probably need to take. The really good guy is still left in this class. But George Pickens is a true X receiver. Now you got him as well as Garrett Wilson there. It's probably what you're looking for in N'Keal Harry. So let's see how it goes. George Pickens is extremely athletic. He's a dude who can actually separate if he wants to. Maybe not as well as I want him to, but hey, let's roll with it. Number 50, you got the Broncos. Broncos don't really need much offensive line-wise. I think this could be a good spot just to take a shot on Charles Cross, just to say, hey, might as well see what happens. I don't like it. I would rather go after a linebacker here, but I think the value in the third round might be better if we trade up. Because, again, the offensive tackle value, you look at it, yeah, after these two dudes, which I think Thayer Munford's a guard, we're going to be drafting him as a guard. There's absolutely nobody. You take Charles Cross, see what happens. It's a second-round pick. We've taken shots on guys like Drew Lock in the past, dudes who have some major question marks that, you know what? If it works, it works. If it doesn't, it's a second-round pick. It's worth it. Number 51, you got the Vikings back on the board. Vikings, I think safety would be a really good position to look at, but Tykee Smith is a slot corner safety. That makes me feel really uneasy. I don't want to draft that when, honestly, slot corner isn't a position that you guys are all that desperate for. Again, correct me if I am wrong. But looking at it, man, we could go after a linebacker here. It's just a tough one to gauge where we actually need to get help. I would consider going after a Kemakwanu here. I really like him, and I don't know why he's falling. Like that's the thing. I just don't get it. He just is. He usually is a first-round type of prospect for me, which I might be still having a team move up and select him, which might be the right move because I have no idea what to do with this team right here. We could go after a receiver. I know you guys don't like that idea, but getting a guy like Jahan Dotson as a slot guy, not too shabby. It's a tough one. It's really tough. It's just, I think this is the right spot to trade back. I think we traded up with them before anyway, so we can recuperate some picks. You do have guys like Jahan Dotson here. Who else? Kemakwanu was on the board as well. A team that could be looking for a guard right now is the Chargers. I don't really see many other issues with them besides that because I think Mike Williams is get paid. So we're going to actually move up with the Chargers. I think it's the right move. And Vikings, they're going to actually ask for a steeper price because the Chargers actually have some picks. They don't have a third-round pick. We're we're not going to trade an actual 3rd round pick. We will trade a 4th and ask for maybe a 5th in return, though. I think that's a fair jump. It's a 4-pick jump. We could ask for maybe like a 6 in return as well, but we'll ask for it for the next year. How about that? We'll ask for a 6 next year. Get some extra future capital on the line because the Vikings don't want to get rid of all of their picks and get a Kemaquanu. I know that the guard from what's it called? I'm bugging from the Lions. I'm forgetting his name as well. He's been actually not doing too shabby, but right tackle Bulaga is A, always injured, but B, we don't know how much longer he has. And Kem could actually work there. So I like the upside pick. It's a 2nd round pick as well. It's somebody who should be gone in the 1st. Take it, enjoy it. Number 52, you got the Niners on the board. Niners, I think going after a slot corner would be the best move. You guys said that you got safety already for Jaquan Tart, if I'm not mistaken. I think Tykee Smith would be great because he is that slot corner that you are looking for. So let's get Tykee Smith here. You need something in that secondary. It is arguably the worst secondary in the NFL. Not named the Chiefs, but which is quite funny that they went off on each other in the Super Bowl not too long ago. But Tykee Smith is actually a really, really good safety. But again, slot corner safety. I think it fits really well. Number 53, you got the Falcons. And the Falcons, I wish I could have given y'all that true X receiver right there in George Pickens. I can't. But we still could be going after a dude like Jahan Dotson at this point. I think that wouldn't be a terrible idea. I just want to see what other safeties are on board. Verone McKinley, I just don't know enough about. I'm going to be honest. We're still going to give him some respect and not treat him like crap. But I think the right move at this point is to get a running back. Mike Davis is a good patch guy. My number 2 running back in the class, not Kyron Williams. It's Zach Charbonnet. Represent my friend from high school. Zach Charbonnet actually lighting up for UCLA. Really, really good prospect. Can do everything for you. He really is a do-it-all guy. And, you guys pretty much need it at this point. Get him, be able to help that pass game a bit more. You got Pitts finally coming out this week. Big fan of that. Get Zach Charbonnet. Now, if I'm not mistaken, you got Kyer Elam as well as Drake Jackson and Zach Charbonnet. Those are all dudes who are close to the top of their position. I'm pretty happy with so far how that draft fell. Number 54, you got the Saints on the board. It's Saints. I mean, I just don't really know where to go. Again, I'm not going to be drafting Spencer Rattler because I don't think that it is fair to assume that he's going to come out if he's a 2nd round pick. His talent is undeniable. So, I just don't think that's fair. We're going to keep him on the board. We could go after some youthful linebackers here. It's weird. Just to put it bluntly, it's kind of weird. It's a weird spot. I don't remember if y'all re-signed both of your tackles. I know that at least one of them were re-signed long-term. If not, Thayer Munford wouldn't be a too shabby of an option. But honestly, guys, I think that trading back here would be a good spot. It just doesn't feel like the value is right. And there are guys like Jahan Dotson for a team that's looking for a burner. Could be a really good addition. I'm looking right here at the Cheeseheads. They could definitely use them. And that's not too shabby of a jump back. You got Jahan Dotson on the board. You got other dudes like Wandale Robinson, as well as Jameson Williams on the board. Even Khalil Shakir and Justin Ross. These are dudes who are in the conversation. Again, John Mechie isn't that terrible. I just am not a huge fan of him. But looking at teams that could probably use a speed burner, I'm looking right here at the Packers. And, I mean, to be honest, any team could use it. I would even consider it right here at 55. So I'm going to have the Packers make a trade up. They're going to revamp their wide receiver core. Devontae Adams is going to be gone. They're going to get actually some good picks for it, too, in the future. So Green Bay going to be trading up with the Saints. We're going to have some fun here. And, I mean, look at all these damn picks. Like, both these teams have a shit ton of picks. We're going to ask for actually future capital. We're going to ask for a future 3rd round pick. And in return, we might send in like a 5th. Damn. We're going to have to send a 7th through. This is just, it's a little bit of a tough fleece right now. But, I think that the Saints know the Packers are desperate. Also, it doesn't really affect us in this draft. I think getting Jahan Dotson is a really good move. We look at it and, Treylon Burks is one of our main dudes. Jahan Dotson's a perfect pairing to him. And then you got a guy in the slot as well with Amari Rodgers. That is going to be a really good wide receiver group. Take them, enjoy them, and go on from there. Number 45. I think this might be where I go Verone McKinley, though. I think this could be a really good spot for him. It's just I'm looking. There's no analyst report. No one gives a damn about the analyst report. But if he is this high, I think that it is fair to say that his talent is unquestionable. Looking at it, he is young. He is built more like a free safety / slot corner. That worries me a bit. So we're not going to do it. I think that the best way to go is getting an extra linebacker. We lost Eric Wilson. Henry Teoteo might go back, but his upside is undeniable. You know, you guys did go in the 3rd round after Chaz Surratt. I just didn't really think he was a linebacker. I thought he was actually more of a safety prospect than anything. But Henry Teoteo, he just has that real upside that I like without a 35% missed tackle rate. So also, you know, we're talking about how Mike Jones is not being played. Kind of weird because he's not that bad. He's really good. Whatever, though. 56, you got the Brownies on the board. Browns, you guys can insert whatever the hell you want, and I think it would be a good pick. Honestly, I think the best move would be just continue fortifying that offensive line. Apparently, there's some issues with Wyatt Teller's contract. So I'm going to get Thayer Munford here. He is a guard prospect. He moved into guard this year. I'm not going to have a guard move back out to tackle. But I will say this, if there are injuries at tackle, he's a perfect plug-and-play player. So really good addition to the team. Again, you need to have your identity in the run. That's a perfect addition for it. Cowboys safety, I would look at Verone McKinley here because, again, I don't even if he is a slot corner, I don't think Anthony Brown is going to be somebody who I'm drooling over. This is just a team that doesn't have any holes anymore. On the defense, they're doing a really good job. So I think you take the upside in Verone McKinley here. Again, it is that drop off. You know, you look at guys like Bubba Bolden as probably the next best safety. That's pretty much it. So I'm going to go Verone McKinley here. Again, just you got to he's a good developmental player as well. He's young. You look at him, redshirt sophomore, probably won't even come out this class, but we'll see. We'll see. Number 58, you got the Ravens on the board. Ravens, I mean, edge might be a good spot for them to go. I could look at a bigger wide receiver, you know, but I think tight end might be the right route to go. Jaleel Billingsley is going to be my guy right now. I think that is going to be the right choice. He's the dude who is going to be a little bit more of that receiver type. Mark Andrews is really good, but Jaleel Billingsley is going to be that receiving threat. It just feels a bit right to go after Jaleel Billingsley for the Ravens. Continue developing that passing game. The running backs are fine when they're not injured. So I think that the running game is going to be great. And you got Sean Ryan. So be happy. Number 59, you got the Cards on the board. Cards, there's nobody at edge. I think that going tight end would be the right route. Ruckert might be the right dude. Jalen Weidermeyer, it's just, he's too up and down for me to say that I'd be willing to take him. Ruckert, at least you know he's consistent with blocking. Very similar to what you'd look at in Max Williams. I like it. Speaking of like it, Isaiah Likely had like 230 yards and 4 touchdowns in a game very recently. He is an absolute freak, but I just don't think he fits the scheme very well. Jeremy Ruckert is actually a really good tight end. So I'm going to give some respect on his name. He fits the scheme. Really good blocker, best blocker in the class for tight ends. Take him, enjoy him, and let's rock. Now we're here at number 60 with the Saints. Honestly, you just probably have to go best player available for him. Wide receiver wouldn't be a bad move again. This is where I can see Mechie going. It's just tough to choose for the Saints because I think that their offensive line's good. Running back, solid enough. I'm not going to get another running back in round 2. Wide receiver room, weak. We got Chris Olave. Yes, that's good. But I don't even know if Michael Thomas is going to stay. Quarterback room, good. Offense is pretty much solid except for one more wide receiver position, which I'm probably going to select right now. Defensive-wise, I think their defensive front is fine. I think that their linebacking core is underrated. Safety room, pretty good. And their corner room needs help. But, again, this is not the class to get help. To be fair, though, Roger McCreary could be a really good fit. Like, looking at him, he could be a good fit. I thought he was actually older than that. So, cheers to him. But, you know what? We're going to take it out of necessity. I think that adding Roger McCreary as an extra depth piece is really good. Marshawn Lattimore is an excellent number 1. I think Roger McCreary is going to be a good addition to the squad. I know that you guys have the kid. I'm bugging on his name out of Stanford last year. I forgot it, but he's a really good addition to your team as well. Roger McCreary, you guys just need some extra corner depth, and that is going to be a dude who has that upside. He plays at a very high level. It's just I thought he was honestly older than he was. He might be sneaking up a little bit just because I thought that he just wasn't as good. At number 61, the Rams, there's just no hope here, guys. There's no hope for an offensive tackle. Tight end wise, there's still dudes on the board that I'd be willing to take. Mike Jones Jr. as well is a dude who, honestly, I might just take him for the Rams. The linebacking core is not that great. I think that's what we're going to do. No. I feel like the Rams need to acquire more picks. This is just a weird spot for them where I just don't feel like it's the right move. I'm looking at a team to try to move up for a guy like Weidermeyer or likely just a team that could really use a tight end. I'm looking right here at the Jaguars. I know you guys got Dan Arnold, guys, but Dan Arnold's not the full answer. It just doesn't feel right to say that Dan Arnold solidifies everything you're looking for in a tight end. Could look at the Bills to move up. Honestly, we've been doing this quite a bit with the Jets. I think the Jets could move up for a tight end too. They have Jack in terms of tight end talent. No disrespect to the team, but I think that getting more tight end talent, you have all these picks, you might as well use them, right? You guys need to get the talent for the offensive side. You guys are investing a lot in Zach Wilson. Let's see if a 5th-round pick gets it through. It does. Maybe we can try to squeeze a 7th in return just so we can get some extra depth players. But you need a couple more playmakers on that offense to give Zach Wilson some time and some help. I think that a guy like Jalen Weidermeyer or Isaiah Likely would be an excellent addition to that. Now, I think Weidermeyer will be more highly regarded, but it's just it's a tough one because I'm just going to take a quick look at their weights. That's a big difference. I think Jalen Weidermeyer at his size is going to be more positively looked at than other players. So we're going to go Jalen Weidermeyer here, but Isaiah Likely is going to be a big prospect for me. Might be next round. Trey McBride as well up there. Number 62, you got the Buccaneers. Buccaneers, I don't know what the hell I want to get for you guys because, again, you don't really need much. Perrion Winfrey is probably going to be the best guy on the board. Haskell Garrett, trying to see who might be the best guy in terms of size, but Perrion Winfrey at 300 pounds is good enough. I think that he could be like a Will Golston replacement as a defensive end, but he's really good. He's really good. 6'4", 297, but I think that he's been going off this year. We need to put some respect on his name. Number 63, you got the Bills back on the board. Bills. I think getting a 3rd receiver wouldn't be too shabby, but I don't think it's a need anymore. This is honestly, Dawson Knox is the only tight end you guys really have. We're going to go tight end frenzy here. Isaiah Likely, 230-something yards and 4 touchdowns on 8 receptions. This dude is the real deal. It's just that it needs a team that's willing to take a shot on one. 64, this is where we're going to go. I believe, how heavy is Brenton Cox? He's 250. We're going to go after him. Brenton Cox here, just making sure there's not any dude. Zachary Carter is 260, but I think that going after Brenton Cox would be the right move. Get some extra help. I know that it's not exactly a scheme fit because you guys like these bigger ass dudes, but 250 pounds I think is worth bending the rules for. But that's going to be the 2nd round, guys. I hope you guys did enjoy. It was fun for me, but guess what? We're going to have a new territory the 3rd round tomorrow. So check out that. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you on the far side. Peace.